Hello everyone and welcome to the very first video of Bookmas. I thought that we would start off this video by just explaining what's going on here. If you haven't watched any of my recent vlogs or this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Emmy and I'm so happy to have you here. This is a pumpkin mug. I need to get like a Christmas mug. I just don't have one. But the day this video is going up, it's the 1st of December. If you're watching this video the day that it goes up, it is the 1st of December. Happy December, happy Vlogmas, happy Bookmas. I've decided to do Vlogmas, Bookmas, whatever you want to call it. We're doing bookish themed vlogs up until Christmas. I'm doing 12 videos between the 1st of December and the 25th of December. So every other day from now until Christmas time, we're going to be posting another video. That is a lot of videos. That is more than I typically do. And I already upload twice a week. So a lot of bonus content coming, a lot of festive fun stuff and bookish themed things. Every Bookmas video, we're going to be starting out by opening up my advent calendar for the day. I have an espresso advent calendar. I've had these for 3 years now, I think. I've got my coffee of the day. Foamy. And we are kicking off the month of December, the start of the Bookmas videos, by picking my TBR for the month. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you get to watch all the Bookmas videos as they come out. Because again, there's a lot coming, but I'm very, very excited. Done a mix of like pre-filming and live filming and, you know, tried to make these as fun as possible. I made a little intro. Do you like my Bookmas intro? That was very fun to make. But, you know, trying to make my editing a bit more fun and put a bit more effort in. It's been really, really fun to start making these videos. I've attempted to do a Vlogmas before on one of my older vlog channels. I've never successfully done it, but I am committed this year. We are doing 12 videos, so I'm gonna stop yapping, feeling in the festive mood, in the festive vibes. Let's pick out some books. I can't believe it's already the month of December. The year has flown by. It's time to pick my December TBR, so let's jump straight into it. Happy Bookmas. We are picking my December TBR today, and I don't have too many more books on my shelf, but we do have more books. I am going book shopping. There will be a book shopping vlog coming, but we do have some books on my physical TBR that I want to get through. So my December TBR, I'm not doing any like festive Christmas books for my TBR itself. If I want to read them and can get them on my Kindle, then I will. But for my physical TBR, instead of making it Christmas themed, I just want to get through as many physical books as possible and maybe some of my Kindle TBR, because I have bought a book or two on Kindle that I haven't had time to go around and read. So like usual, we are going to be picking from my TBR jar. In terms of how many books I read on my TBR last month, if you haven't watched that video of me picking my November reads, we picked out 6 reads together. These were the books and these are how many of them that I got completed. The goal is obviously to try and read all of the books on my physical TBR. That is always the goal, but it doesn't always happen. It's fun to pick out books together and then try and integrate them into reading vlogs, and I have found a few favorite reads through picking my TBR because they're books that I probably wouldn't have picked up. I've said before, like the longer a book sits on my TBR for, the less I want to pick it up. It's almost like procrastination. So if we can knock some of these out, I'm really excited about that possibility. And there are some new releases and books that are not on my TBR. Like obviously I want to continue reading or finish some series that I'm in the middle of this month. I would love to go into the new year having completed as many series as possible so that we can start new ones together. But also there are some new releases coming in December that I'm very excited for. I think the one I'm most excited for is Heavenly Bodies. I never got to read this when it was indie published, and it has been on my want to read list for ages. I have been counting down the days to be able to read this book. We also have The First Prince and The Last Heir. The first book was a 5-star read for me. I'm very excited. I think this is a duology, so it will be completed. That's also an indie published book and is available on Kindle Unlimited. So they're 2 books that I will probably want to read in the month of December. Also, I'm sure that for Christmas time, I'll be getting some more books on my list that will be getting added to my TBR. So the more I can get through, the better. But they are the books that I'm most looking forward to reading in December that I won't be picking as options because I don't have them, but both fantasy obviously. So we're gonna just start by, Cammy's playing Xbox next door and he's quite loud, so you can probably hear that in the audio. But anyways, we're just gonna pick from the jar. I've not put any new prompts in since I last topped it up. So let's just pick 6 prompts again together. I feel like 6 is a safe number because I do read more than that, but picking 6 specifically to read that are out with of like my mood reading, I don't think I can accomplish more than that. I think 6 is like the max. Oh, this is a long one. What does it say? A book with a title that starts with the same letter as the current month. So D, December. Do I have any that start with D? Oh, I don't even think I have any. Am I gonna have to pick another prompt? Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't have one. So that was a bit of a flop. We don't have a book for this prompt. So I'm gonna put that down and maybe we'll add it back in for a different month. It's just, I don't have any books that start with a D. All right, attempt number 2. A book you're avoiding. There are honestly so many. What am I avoiding? You know what? I am avoiding Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling because apparently the indie version was a lot better. I'm also avoiding These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I'm pretty sure it's a Romeo and Juliet reimagining set in Shanghai in 1926. Honestly, I'm avoiding most of my TBR. I'm avoiding A Study of Drowning. I also hate this edition of the book. I don't know why. I mean, I bought it because it was half price, but I really don't like this edition. The original is so much nicer. Thieves' Gambit, The Atlas Six, A River Enchanted, Dance of Thieves. But like the Dance of Thieves duology, I've been told to read A Kiss of Deception first. You know what? I think we're gonna go Fear the Flames. Okay, so a book I've been avoiding is Fear the Flames. We're gonna pick that one. So that is the first book that we're gonna be reading. And the only reason I've been avoiding this, like I was really excited to read it. I went and picked it up the day that it was released, but then everyone was saying that the indie version was so much better and they cut out so much from the traditionally published one. It's made me less excited to pick it up, but I still might enjoy it and I do want to read it. So we're gonna just read it before I keep putting it off for much longer. Prompt number 2. A book in a series you have not completed yet. I think there's only one option for this because most of these are oh, actually we've got 2 options. Most of these are the first book in a series, but we do have The Songbird and Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. This is the Shadowborn Duet book 1, so it's part of the Crowns of Nyaxia series, but the series is 3 sets of duologies. So we had the Nightborn duet, which was Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. And what was book 1 called? The Serpent and the Wings of Night. That's it. So this is following different characters, but technically it's the same series. Then the other one that we have is We Free the Stars, because I read We Hunt the Flame last month as part of my TBR. So these are the 2 options. Now, Carissa Broadbent's writing is such a hit or a miss for me. This is like 400 and something pages and the font is actually quite small. And this one is also quite small and is just under 600 pages. So, I don't know. I can't really make a decision today. Which one are we feeling more like? You know what? We're gonna go with We Free the Stars while I have book 1 still fresh in my head. Then that's a duology that I've completed and a series like fully completed. Whereas this, I could just wait until book 2 comes out or close. That will be like a whole year. This one I can wait a bit longer, like I'm not in an immediate rush to pick this one up. So we'll put that one back. And our second book is We Free the Stars. Prompt number 3. A book that matches your outfit. I don't know if any will. I'm wearing a cream jumper with a bow. Are we going based off aesthetic? I don't think I have any based off aesthetic, but based off colors. I mean, we have lore. I guess that kind of matches. Need like a white book. I have the Atlas Paradox, but I haven't read the Atlas 6 yet, so we're not gonna pick that one. The only other one I have is Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mars. This is actually just like the proof copy, and I know that this is going to be a reverse harem, and reverse harems are not my thing, but I do really want to read this. Like, I've heard such good things about it, so I think I would prefer to read this to Law. It's a new release of a new book. I've not read her other series, Psycho Shifters, but it's been on my want to read list, so maybe this will be a good taste into if this is an author for me. Really don't know how I feel about the reverse harem, but I'm impartial to it, to be honest. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind. I kind of want to see what the hype's all about, so we're gonna read this. Okay, that's 3 books picked. How are we halfway through already? Let's pick the 4th one. A book with dual point of view. I don't actually know what has dual point of view out of all my books. I might have to pull a few out and check them. Oh, do any of them have dual point of view? I don't have enough books on my TBR to be able to pick this. Okay, no, I have one. Assistant to the Villain. I have just picked this up today. So let's see, what else do I have? Okay, that's not dual point of view. I don't think Dance of Thieves is dual point of view. Oh, Dance of Thieves is, but I've not read A Kiss of Deception. Oh, okay, so Dance of Thieves I think is dual point of view. These ones aren't dual point of view, are they? Oh, this one is dual point of view. Okay, Into the Fire is also dual point of view. Wait, I have Throne of Secrets. Was the first one not dual point of view? Yeah, this is dual point of view. Okay, maybe I will read this. So the 3 options are Throne of Secrets by Kerry Maniscalco. This is the 2nd book in an interconnected standalone series, and it's sort of a spin-off of Kingdom of the Wicked. So this is following Prince Gluttony. Book 1 followed Sin, but I have heard mixed things about this. People who loved book 1 didn't love this. I think this is what I'm gonna pick. Like, I would really love to read this as well, but I would also really love to read this. This is the problem, like, I just want to read them all, but I think we maybe just go with Throne of Secrets because it's a new release, and then I'm up to date with the series I'm in the middle of. I could have picked this one for the other prompt as well. Why am I only just remembering that? Okay, 4 prompts picked. Let's pick prompt number 5. Cooper is growling in her bed. A standalone. I kind of want to do a romance for this because I could do a fantasy. Like, The West Wind is part of an interconnected series, I'm pretty sure, but is a standalone itself. The others are all parts of series except for A Study in Drowning, and I don't really feel like reading this one, to be honest. So I think we're gonna go with either You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry and Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I think I'm gonna go Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This one is what, Poppy and Alex. 12 summers ago, Poppy and Alex meet. They hate each other and are pretty confident they'll never speak. 11 summers ago, they're forced to share a ride home from college, and by the end of it, a pact is formed. Every year, one vacation together. How do you go from like hating each other to planning vacations every year? 10 summers ago, Alex discovers his fear of flying. Poppy holds his hand the whole way. 7 summers ago, they get far too drunk and narrowly avoid getting matching tattoos. 2 summers ago, it goes wrong. This summer, Poppy asks Alex to join her on one last trip. Could this trip make them realize they're not just friends after all? Now, this is being made into a movie. I've seen all the behind the scenes photos from like the set and filming, and it is actually really, yeah, 660 pages or so. Oh, do I want to read this one now? Maybe I want to read this one. Ali Hazelwood Check and Mate is the only Ali Hazelwood book I have to read. I think I've read almost everything else of hers. And this is her only and first young adult book about Nolan and Mallory. They both like play chess or something. I would love to read this and see how it compares, but I feel like I would probably pick this up and read it anyways as a palette cleanser through the month. So maybe I do You and Me on Vacation. I think we'll do You and Me on Vacation. I would have just picked this because sometimes Emily Henry books make me really emotional, whereas Ali Hazelwood's are just a giggly, fun escapism time. So I think we're gonna read Emily Henry, and then the only other Emily Henry book I'll have left to read is Funny Story. I haven't read that yet because I don't want the hardcover when I have all the books in paperback. So maybe a future Kindle read, maybe I'll just wait for a paperback if they ever bring out one. But for now, let's get up to date with Emily Henry, I think, yeah. Wow, I'm excited, yay. All right. How many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the last prompt. Let's get something all the way from the very bottom. Okay, so a book that has been on my TBR the longest, we have The Atlas 6, These Violent Delights. I think they're the 2 that have been on there the longest, and I don't want to read either of them. Yeah, everything else is newer. All right, I guess we're gonna read one of them. I probably would have avoided these books for as long as possible. The Atlas 6, I know I've already tried to pick this up before and I put it down, Book 1 is on Kindle though, so I can read it on Kindle, and that might make me want to read this one more. So 6 extraordinary magicians, 5 chances to win one secret society. Once a decade, the world's best magicians are invited to join the elite Alexandrian society. Its members enjoy a lifetime of power and access to ancient secrets, but only 5 places are offered. So after recruitment by the mysterious Atlas Blakely, the candidates complete a rigorous year of arcane study. Libby Rhodes and Nico de Verona are inseparable enemies and cosmologists who can control matter with their minds. Parissa is a telepath, Rena understands the flow of life itself, and Callum, probably gonna need to listen to an audiobook to figure out how to pronounce everyone's names, manipulate desires. Finally, there's Tristan Kane, whose powers mystify even himself. The rivals must survive their trials, and if they can prove themselves, they will. Most of them. The year is 1926 and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. A blood feud between 2 gangs runs the streets red, leaving the city in chaos. Julia is the proud heir of the Scarlet Gang, a network of criminals far above the law. Roma is the prodigal son of her greatest rivals, the White Flowers, who have fought the Scarlets for generations. He's also Juliet's first love and first betrayal. When a deadly madness strikes gangsters on both sides, the people start to whisper of a contagion and a monster in the shadows, and as the deaths stack up, Juliet and Roma must set their guns and grudges aside and work together. I kind of want to read them both now. Every time I have a book on my TBR, I'm like, why did I buy this? I'm not drawn to pick it up, and then I read it and go, that's why I want to read that right now. Maybe we'll go with These Violent Delights, because I've already tried to read this book once before and didn't pick it up. I do want to read it sooner rather than later and get it off my TBR, but we'll read These Violent Delights because I've never given this one a shot, and I'm pretty sure I bought both of those books at the same time, and they are the oldest ones on my TBR, so we will do that. So they are all 6 books that we have picked to read in the month of December. Alright, so for the month of December, our TBR, we have Throne of Secrets, Fear the Flames, Blood of Hercules, We Freed the Stars, You and Me on Vacation, and These Violent Delights. Wow, they fit perfectly at the top there. Look at that. That's our TBR. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next reading vlog. Bye.